Greetings, everyone. Please give a moment to make sure everything's set on up. What if I spoke a little bit too soon? The streams should switch it going. Everything else just put it on. No. I just realized, and never mind. Thought about post my live stream on some of those Discord channels I'm part of. Oh well, not really important. Looks like things up and going. Give another moment to check my other computer. Looks like everything's good. You know what? Yeah, why don't I both boot to the Discord? Does a little bit of resources. I may just kill it once I get everything started on up. I don't know why. Whenever Discord's open, I have some lag spike issues. I'm thinking, ugh, I am out of it today. I'm trying to find my live stream on YouTube. Look at the link. I'm out of it today. I'm trying. Oops. Perfect. Yeah, that should be good enough. So let's go get started. I don't know why my mind is just melted. I have a couple replays submitted to me. I'll do those second. Get myself warmed up because my mind's just melted. Oh, just need to realize something as well. I don't have a drink nearby, so I may want to fix that. Minimize that for the moment. Pause that. I'll just grab a drink from nearby. One moment. And yep, there we go. Now let's actually get started. Or and there we go. Greetings everyone, and Grade here for another Age of Empires 3 replay. So on the bottom left side is the blue Portuguese. We have Dayachu? Dayachu? I have no idea. Looks simple enough to pronounce, but I can never pronounce it. And as well as the red Japanese, we have Canadian. Of course, he does start off a trade orchard rickshaw. He can start claiming the very important native, the drama llamas. They do cause a lot of drama. Of course, got the explorer here. He may kill off the local doggo and steal his den of skunks, whose pelts are worth 40 experience. So this wolf, or is it a coyote? Yep, wolf, has a bunch of pet skunks. They both love to eat chickens. Yes, skunks do eat chickens. Then again, a lot of things eat chicken. Does it taste like chicken? Either way, we do have no deck select just yet. Oh yeah, and I also changed... never mind. I realized as well I did change the UI format. I forgot to adjust some stuff. So I will need to fix that. Because right now my avatar is right on top of the damage profile. So that's something we're going to fix between games. Let's collect the resources there. No deck selected by either player just yet. Yep, you will pick up the doggos now. And this one, yeah, that's the skunk ones. Oh, wait, no, that's a different skunk, den of skunk pelts. Oh no, that's the crawdads. Japanese player has now enough experience for a shipment and has gone for the new land deck, which is better than the old land deck. Looks like standard Japanese. So actually there's no Yumi Archer attack. We got the Ashgar Musketeer attack, got the Onivore, so maybe we're gonna mix some Samurai. Got the Bakufu. But we do have Way of the Bow, so he has Way of the Bow, but no Yumi Archer attack. Interesting. And we do of course have the close combat. The Portuguese player, no TP, no TP. I want to say town center, but that's not correct. Looks like it's going to be a fast fortress. It has gotten and has deployed out the homestead wagon and some sheeple. If he collected enough llamas, he has. So he has all 10 spots of this livestock pen to be gathered up from. Very nice. So he may have went for this deck, which to help improve the natural born llamas. And so he shall lead the sheeple to glory, but the llamas, they will cause some drama. And does have a decent number of villagers right there, all collecting some local fauna. You know the weird thing as well, we don't see Federitas, we do see the town militia. The explorer is stabbing the villager, doing 1 damage per strike. But it does have some melee resistance, so it will do less than 1 damage per strike. He is very weak. And now he's aging up with the quartermaster. His opponent is aging up now to the Torii Gates, which give him a, what's it called, a military rickshaw and a samurai. And also we realize as well, most time he does a handful of Age 1's cards. In this case, there are 0. Wonder now being built. He's stabbing that lady in the back. We'll see the market there. He has seen the livestock pen. And so this could, well, raise a flag. I can't say if it's a red flag or it raised some flags in his mind. Not the white flag though either, so who knows. Of course, we got the secondary town center. The Portuguese will have excellent villager production. Has some villagers on the inside, so it actually has a decent auto attack. Bring a shim of gold. And the sheep are being fattened up quite nicely. If you think about this, right now, that H1 card is, just assume 7 sheep. Let's just escape the llama out equation. Would technically provide 700 food, which does collect 1/4 of the rate as a food crate, but does fatten quite nicely.
Preparado? Sim.
And now got the also shrine wagons. Yep, the shrine wagons being pulled in the field. He has, of course, is collecting up from the trade orchards. We start collecting the local fauna now. Shrines are collecting up food. Both players designed for some eco play. It can be a bit difficult to break through Portuguese sometimes, the secondary town center, which also gives a double amount of the militia. Shipment of wood. He has a little bit of wood there. Does he have a church improvement card? No, we do not. Why wood? Howdy. He has also 300 wood, so this will give him over 1,000 wood in storage. Is he eyeing for building more town centers next age, or maybe he's eyeing for trade posts? He'll be eyeing something with that wood. Of course, we've got the barracks here and the samurai. There's around Oscar musketeers. George Colo will take a nice volley there. Blanket filters, research more Ashikaru musketeers being blown on out. Let's see. Of course, got Castadors, Dragoon combat, so he's maybe eyeing for a standard Skirm Goon, Portuguese flavor. We do, of course, have the ×3 organ guns. After all, who doesn't want to see a pop? Wait. Did he purposely get attacked by the bandit blowgunners so he did not donate the experience to his opponent? Well, either way, that's what happened. And something got deleted. Was there a trade post queued up? Wasn't really paying attention. Oh yeah, I was trying to say, who doesn't want to see a whole bunch of organs on the ground? The fleshy kind as well, because that's what the organ guns provide. Either way, of course, got the barracks being built there. They'll just go inside this town center, and this town center does not have the town militia, so it doesn't get a bonus damage there. Let's see, will that make a difference? Goes up 135 damage. Right now, this is at 72, just 90. So yeah, it wouldn't make a difference. It had all 10 villagers inside. It was still 2-shot the Ashgar musketeers, so he does not need town militia for the extra damage. The marksman being researched, which should probably give him a round of Castadors. Could be crossbowmen, I forget. And the musketeers are starting to go on down. The llamas have been fattened. Barracks will be destroyed. Another barracks going on up here. He's probably going to be eyeing for a round of dragoons. He has one shipment there. Not enough coin for the organ guns. Oh, he is going for the town militia. For the... Like I said, he actually doesn't need it in order to shot these Ashgar musketeers. Of course, it does give him access to conscription. Now got the town center there. There's a round of Castadors, veteran Castadors. My apologies, I realized with this alternate UI format, my avatar is in the way of all the combat stats, so you just have to trust me. The Castador does have skirmisher stats. Roughly. Castador also has more musketeer cost style as well, costing more food than coin rather than more of an even split. And now the llama are going to be eaten. I wonder how a llama tastes. Castadors will find good number of Ashgar musketeers. He is not aged on up. We got now Naginata riders in the build queue. I'm to counter the Castadors with some lancers. Castadors getting some excellent damage there. They do 18 damage times 2 versus heavy, so most of the 5 or 6 of them don't one-shot Ashgar musketeer. Maybe they do. Let's see, 20 times 6 is 180 minus 12. Yep, looks like just get a little bit short. And now we got the Japanese isolation being selected. Maybe a good idea to go for the Shinobi. The Shinobi have or Kasai is a light armor, so Castors won't do bonus damage against them. And Naginata Riders, of course, rip those guys apart. It's pretty common for Portuguese eye for Castador Goon. So going for Naginata Riders to counter the Castadors makes sense. Gotta be careful about those Dragoons. There's a stable there. This will give the Portuguese player some stability. And thanks to the livestock here, he will have an excellent food reserve. Livestock do get collected at a rate of 2. And so they will be rapidly seized, but will provide a massive amount of food there. 1 shipment available. The Portuguese player is almost industrial age. May see a fast industrial age. And now we do have age up. Maybe age up the back one, just to make sure it gets completed. Those scoots do get inside town center. The extra damage to town center will make a difference from fighting against Naginata Riders, since it will put them up, since they have 300 health. 90 damage will be a 4-shot, with 135 will be a 3-shot. In fact, you can probably peel off. Actually, no, they have a bit of range resist. Is it actually a 3-shot? 30% range resist. Yeah, that should at least reduce their damage by 30. Will still be over 100 damage per shot. Yeah. It should still 3-shot them if my math is incorrect. Because after all, 135, 30% of that is 30, at least 33, maybe 34 damage. And that would be about 101 damage estimate. Town Center has taken some significant amount of damage. Ashkar Musketeer is getting slowly picked on off. And now he has resources once again to age on up. He's also bringing around Dragoons and Skirmishers. He actually invested some money, so he's not aging up at the moment. No longer has enough. There's around Dragoons and a handful of Skirmishers. Town Militia deployed in the field, and Town Militia has been deployed in the field. Explorer does go down. Town Center may be lost, but he still has 2 replacements. And now there's a massive army there, and he has saved all the villagers on the inside, so saving the villagers is probably a little bit important than saving the town center. After all, Portuguese has replacements. And aging up will give him a replacement as well. The militia will start degrading away, but they still offer good damage and still be a good distraction. After all, 26 damage is pretty good, even for 1 health. And usually when they get attacked, it's usually a lot overkill. After all, it takes most time they take 3 bullets rather than just 1 with 1 health. He has now enough to age on up again. He brings a fort.
See.
He's pushed with 4 with the Castors and Militia. Dragoons will get a good volley there. Naginata Riders won't offer actually anything particular this fight because of the 1 health militia. Yeah, he should have just not pushed forward like that. Keep the militia alive. They would pay out in the long run. Now he's going with an engineer. Opponent has still not aged on up. He has nowhere not near enough resources to age on up. He has currently 44 villagers versus opponent's 35, so the Japanese players is maintaining good advantage on villagers, plus he has those shrines. If you remember as well, I've always felt like the Portuguese player hasn't really been producing villagers all too well. It seems like when he was aging up to age 3, he had the age up building have 2 villagers behind the age up, while the other towns that didn't have anything. So Portuguese players having trouble maintaining his village production. But then again, honestly, 3 town centers, that's a lot of food to eat to age on up, or to build all those villagers. And to age on up. With him going next age, he could get some guard and veteran. He has a lot of tech advantages, just say simply put. He does not have a shipment available, so can't bring in a factory. But maybe his first shipment could be the organ guns or the heavy cannon. Let's see. Maybe the Expeditionary Company, honestly. That's quite a bit of force, and that would be very effective against his opponent as well. And more generally effective versus Naginata Riders. What I have is, let's see, increase range and line of sight of Dragoons by 4. It's not bad as well. But one of these three, I would say, would be the next good shipment. What's this? Ronin Mercenaries. 5 Ronin? Oh well. Maybe he did that for some siege damage in Age 3? They're good mercenaries, if I remember correctly. They're also full population mercenaries as well. They're good. Sort of a weird card, honestly, now more I think of it. Trying to torch down the shrines. Of course, skirmishers and Kossars have both horrible siege damage. The engineer is injured here and get some organ guns. They may not be 50 caliber mounted tripods, but they should do. Organ guns. Looks like they were hitting that in there, maybe. Not sure exactly when. Villagers push forward. Villagers trolling some fire. Organ guns get a good volley there. And the villagers take some hits. Of course, I got the town center here. You can bring some militia. There's, oh, militia and conscription. Comes in for a pretty nice flank. But he did lose his army and handful of villagers down to 33 versus opponent's 50. He needs to sort his villager queue out. He may be age 4, but he's not in the greatest positions, honestly. He can't really afford any guard research. If he does get guard research, he may... Yeah, probably focus on Dragoon, honestly. They can punch their... Versus regular Ashigar Musketeers. They have similar damage, a little less health, but also a bit more expensive. If he puts them to guard, at least they'll probably be very cost-effective. You can get some Musketeers, I think. Also, mobility never hurts. Maybe the shipment of the heavy cannon would be good. The heavy cannon will also give him some good siege damage. Howdy. Yes. Oh, it is actually a replay, not a live game. Oh, we also got some shinobi here, the light infantry, going for harassing some villagers. Yes, the commentary, yes. I am actively speaking. Questionably well, though. Oh, we got a round of halberdiers, very nice. They can give this army some actual torch damage. 36 is better than the militia's 5, and the Kossars 12, and Dragoon's 10. I think the handful of halberdiers here just doubled his torch damage. And now he is going to ship the 5 organ guns. Militiamen went down there. Yeah, I think... And his one has aged on up, so now he has disciplined Ashigar Musketeers. And some flaming arrows. Militia are good and all. Halberdiers not engaging. He's going to stand and fight. The militia will disintegrate pretty quickly. Dragoons trying to hit that daimyo, Masamune. He must have aged up before the daimyo. And there goes the militia and the Kossars. They don't last all too long. Hang on 1 health. And now here comes the organ guns, but there's too many Naginata Riders here. Dragoons are not intercepting the Naginata Riders. Yeah. Looks like the organ guns were not the best call. I think the Expeditionary Company would have been better. See how quickly his infantry disintegrated. Dragoons moving back, more Naginata Riders there. Musketeers now charging towards his town center. He has 5 villagers inside, but that is not enough to hold the town center. He's quite wounded. Got a fort here. Berry bushes being collected on up. House going on up. He probably established this town city there to secure this gold and the local fauna. And the Portuguese player is now down to 40 villagers. The Japanese player is still maintaining good 54, and his shrines are still in food. Because food is glorious. Glorious food. Round Naginata Rider. Even that. You already know it's Naginata Riders. Does find some Japanese villagers with his dragoons. Of course, dragoons do half damage versus villagers. Hustlers. They're perfectly fine with civilian murder. No regret. Those just getting hit there. Naginata Rider getting some good damage from the gun. Musketeers will reward with the dragoons. And for cause stores are not enough to deal with the musketeers. Firing away. Villagers need to keep on running. They have not embraced the Second Amendment. Most European countries don't have the Second Amendment. Something camouflaged. Was it the Shinobi again? Yep, looks like the Shinobi has camouflaged once again. We do now the farm being established. It has gone for the heavy cannon. Now, like I said, I still believe he should. Oh, wait. Oh, he's already sent this card. Oh, never mind. Yeah, he has to be defensive. He may just need to turtle in and start resources through farms, because at this point in time, let's see, he has 2 town centers, 32 villagers. That's even less than last time I checked. Japanese players 56 and some shrines. So yeah, the Japanese economy is doing quite well. And Japanese players almost ready to age on up. Another shipment available. And he is going for the flaming arrows. Nope. He is going for the chariot orchard rickshaws. Take a look at his chariot orchards. He has one, which is down to 1,000 food, so yeah, that makes sense. He needs to get that food going. Castle has been built. Huh, castle. Maybe I'm for that for a forward shipment point. We do see a round of the Yabasume archers. Yabusume? I don't know how to pronounce foreign. The mounted archers. We also got the Shadow Orchard villagers, and he has tasked his shrines to collect up coin. Luckily, the Portuguese player still has some coin he can obtain. Those a little bit precarious, because I think the villagers can spot the Naginata Riders. These mounted archers do have pretty good range. They have the twice attack speed, so, and I think they have less damage than normal. But they do also still have incredibly high multipliers versus artillery. The Portuguese army is still pathetically small. Halberdiers are nice and all. They have excellent melee damage, that's for sure. Against the Ashikawa Musketeers, they have a gun. Heavy cannon does get a good hit there on the villagers. Another good hit there on the villagers. Hustlers do gun down another villagers. And speaking of gunning down villagers, Flame Arrows also gunning down villagers. Japanese player has more villagers opponent. Portuguese player can't be losing villagers like this. Red is losing more villagers. Blue has 3 more villagers he can inside the fort. 9. He doesn't have many units sieging down the structure at the moment. Now the Halberdier is trying to get rid of that stable. It's trying to fall back there. An amount of cavalry here, which is not going to be great against the Halberdiers, but they will be fine versus these Costlers, especially when they're not retaliating. Halberdiers don't have a whole large number of anti-cav multiplier, but they still hit like a truck, and so that times 2 will make them hit twice as hard as a truck. Flaming arrows flying away. Yeah, if he needs another mill, he is low on resources. That implies almost enough shipment enough shipment for. He can bring a shipment. Let's weigh the bow. Let's see, does give him +2 range, 15% hit points. A little bit extra line of sight. Nothing too crazy, not like the siege range as the Yeoman research or the Steel Bolt research. And now that fort went down with very little contest. He has a handful of organ guns here, and of course the heavy cannon. Do now have a market being established. But I think Blue's going to be knocked out of the game relatively soon. Japanese player has not aged on up, even though it looked like he had enough, almost had enough resources for it. He decided to invest that into an army, and that's going to pay off. Round of Yumi archers. They are disciplined. Town center's garrison. Great hits there on the Japanese infantry. They got ripped apart by the organ guns and by the heavy cannon. Flaming arrows don't have any bonus damage versus artillery, if I remember correctly. That's the role of the mortars and their mounted archers. Ashgar musketeers push way forward. Got some more dragoons here. They're still veteran. He has not been able to get the guard research. Enemy archers in the back line. And that is the end of the replay. This Angrade saying thank you for watching, and on to the next replay. Before I get started next replay, I do want to fix my avatar's placement since I changed the UI layout. That should be good. Go to the other side so it doesn't block up the other screen. Or the score. Score. Damage. That's what I'm looking for. Lock preview. Preview. And that was a good warm-up. Time for the replays that was submitted to me. Got 2 replays submitted to me, from both from the same player. So, I don't recognize his name, so I'm not sure which one of these is him. I can't speak, blah. Those who are just joining, I just do this because it fixed the replay viewing. Greetings everyone, and great here with another Age of Empires 3 replay. Spawn bottom left side as the blue British. We had the 15th of October, or 15 October. Assuming there's supposed to be a TH. Spawn top right side as the red Ottoman. We have Frontline, which I don't know why, this reminds me of Green Zero. If anybody has ever watched him, he is, yeah, and not really cast much anymore. Caden's Wrathcaster, who did a lot of live games playing live and called them Frontline, or cast his own replays called them Frontlines. Yeah, that's a little bit off a side note. When it comes to natives and map, we do have the Tengri Shrine, will give you access to Lipkar, not Lipkar Tatar, just a Tatar archer, and some local doggos. So if you ever want to go for a pet build, these are the guys go with pet builds, because, let's see, there was a Seax, cavalry, and here we go. Adds pet speed and attack faster as well. Also, your cavalry gets a move speed and attack faster. And we got a Sufi Moss, who give you access to the Quizbalash, which gave you the rare heavy ranged cavalry. Also, they're classified as a lancer, so if you go for the Spanish and you get, or the Mexicans, and you get the Calabros, the lancer upgrade, you give them plus 100% damage versus infantry. It will also apply to these guys. So you want a weird heavy range cavalry that can also be a lancer? This is your guy. You also get access to Sharia law, which is a bit of a hot topic nowadays. Oh, by the way, the British player has selected the deck. We do have the My 1v1 which includes infinite times 2 villagers. That's weird. Looks like it's going to be a fast fortress, not a mana boom deck. We do also have the Glorious Revolution, so maybe eyeing for the... Yep, it's a Longbowman deck. Longbowman into Rangers. Which means he may want to eye his heavy... He may want to eye the Qizilbash heavy range cavalry, as heavy range cavalry are inherently an anti-skirmisher unit.
Yes.
Especially the mounted rifle or the mounted rifleman mercenary. Let's see. For the Ottoman, Sabahi should be very useful against all the rangers. We get the land AIC. I don't know what AIC means. Maybe references to Gideon AI, that player. Let's see. That's another fast fortress. Large amount of cavalry cards here. Obelisk guns. Mercenary cavalry cards. So Sapahi mercenary. He actually may I was sort of joking around, but he actually may go for Sufi Mosque. The the Qizilbash, I think will be excellent against the British deck. Increased build limit, which could be an alternative to the Mosque research. I don't know the exact cost of the Mosque research, but it cost is 200, so that may be a good alternative to the Mosque research. Increase the max villager count. I have no idea. I don't know the exact cost of those upgrades. I think the initial ones are pretty cheap. The later ones can get a little bit more expensive, so that could be a cheap intermediate. Don't know if that's anything good. British players aging up to the governor. The Ottoman player is already aged on up. Wait. Is this an outlaw? No, he's going for a spy. I forgot that the Ottomans had their unique spy. Well, look out, he has a knife. Oh. Oh, the explorer just got shanked. And he can just camouflage and use the scout. He did that literally just snipe the explorer. I have no idea if that's worth it, because he is 135 resources, but does get a bit of experience, and will allow him to get some great map control. Oh, it can also prevent promotions. I'm not familiar with the Ottoman. The regular spice costs like 100 or 110, so this is more expensive. Damage seems the same. It actually does have more health than a regular. That's probably the promotion. So same health. Attacks faster with less hit points. Benefits promotions. Pretty sure spies have the same amount of hit points. And the attack speed's the same. Yeah, I don't know what it means by attack faster with less hit points, because this looks exactly the same as a regular spy. Unless I'm getting the spy stats mixed up in my head. We got a bunch of pikemen here. He has recovered his explorer. Or no, that's the red explorer. So, got the two explorers mixed on up. So one person went for spies. The other guy goes for a bunch of angry men with pointy sticks. And the cover formation, so they have a weird looking, well, look to him. I don't know why, it just looks funny to me with how they just carry around their pikes like that. Oh, he could torch down this trading post there. That's probably wondering why he also went for the spearmen or the pikemen, because they have excellent torch damage. And now his Janissaries are now advancing cover mode as well. Both of them starting dominance in the same way. And Janissaries will beat the pikemen, both at range and at melee. I can't speak. Do you think that spy did camouflage somewhere? I heard the stealth sound effect. Where? I'm not sure. Janissaries do get a good volley there. Another round of Janissaries. Musketeers being pulled in the field. Oh, there's the spy. And he scored another kill. He may shank the explorer again. And the spy is at efficiency 2. Shanking away. Oh, now he gets increased attack speed. Maybe it's just promotions? I'm not sure. Even if it costs the same for a regular spy, I don't think the added promotions offers anything that warrants increased cost. Well, either way. It does throw torches faster, so you can do 10 damage even quicker. Got a good number of musketeers help count out Janissaries. Janissaries do have lower damage, much higher health. 20 damage, 215 health versus 150 health, and 23 damage. Both the Janissaries quickly get picked on off. More musketeers in the build queue. Now we do have the Exile Prince being researched, as those Janissaries. I actually did look up online after the cast I did with Oreos for the tournament replays on all the heavy range cavalry, and I noticed the wiki is incomplete because it didn't actually show the mounted infantry as a heavy range cavalry and those who are tagged heavy range cavalry.
Yes.
So I do know that list is incomplete, but the other heavy range cavalry, if I remember correctly, right now I know of are the mounted infantry, the mounted rifleman mercenary, the mounted, or not mounted, the Harquebuser mercenary, which is available as a age-up condition for the Brits, if you ever wonder about that, and the Quizbalash. Oh yeah, and also the Sioux or Lakota's rifle rider is a heavy range cavalry, or it's heavy cavalry and also tagged as light range cavalry. It's tagged as both, so just assume all cavalry in that case. Those are the musketeers going to be bashing the explorers head in.
Commandment.
He does have higher melee DPS and range resist, so it's better to stab him and bash his head with the butt of the gun rather than trying shooting him. And the Janissaries will say, "You're dead."
Commandment.
30 musketeers versus 18 Janissaries. They are veteran Janissaries, so they now offer higher damage as well as higher health. But this still is a good number of musketeers. But he is stuck in the column formation as opposed to this guy's line formation. So formation's been better for the Ottoman player. Good micro there. While the musketeers just pushing forward. The general A move is doing quite well. But overall, great micro there by the Janissaries. The Explorer will go down 1 second remaining. You may just want to cancel that. Yep, the town center is taking massive fire. And the secondary town center will go down. Now got a pair of falconets. That will be a hard counter to the musketeers. The only thing the British player can do against the falconets in this, in Age 2, is to pull out hussars and do a suicidal run. A very German tactic in the Franco-Prussian War, to say the least. Trading post going on up. He is going to Tengri Shrine. He may be eyeing some local wolves to recruit. Longbowmen do get a nice volley there. Falconets do get a good volley on the trading post. It will go down. So he will deny his opponent from collecting any dogs. Some exotic doggos. Outpost now under fire. Oh, my game lagged quite a bit there. I wonder why I did that. Guess the longbowman really didn't want to be shot by a big cannonball. British players now shipping him some food. Maybe better to go for coin? He just needs to get age up, in my opinion. Oh, down here we got some musketeers. We do have the Ottoman militia to plant field. They have 20 less health, but also have a plus 50% damage multiplier versus heavy infantry. So it makes them inherently better in that situation. After all, 10% less health for 50% more damage. That's a good trade. Oh yeah, I think militia damage is actually 26 on 24. Still a good trade. Trade off. And blue's deploying out some fishing boats. And has double dock. That's a little bit bold. He does have all 200 population available. He has got his mana boom established. But he really shouldn't be eyeing for fishing boats right now. He should really be eyeing aging up. Those longbowmen got ripped apart. Food shipment being collected. He will have enough food to age on up. But he did invest in some musketeers. More musketeers being floated out. You may want to be in stagger formation. Those falconets could do some good work. I think Red should really invest in some more falconets right now. I know you can't really deploy out much light infantry. Only thing you can deploy out is obelisk guns. I think more cannon would be very useful right now. The villagers trying to shank the falconets, looks like. Musketeers have, some of them has fixed a bayonet. Nope, they're in stagger formation. One of the falconets have gone down. Villagers bashing the guys' heads in. And red and blue has broken through with just sheer numbers. The Autumn players want more Janissaries. Has a shipment available. The obelisk gun shipment seems pretty good to me. Light infantry that will not hurt. At least not him. He's going for the Sipahi. Like I mentioned, like I was said before, I think Lava's going to be better in this situation, as well as just mainly playing on some falconets. So he's maintaining good production from the single barracks. Now here comes the British musketeers and the militiamen.
Yes.
Janissaries will draw the army a little bit. We'll spot the fishing boats.
I feel me stronger now.
And the Explorer has been recovered. I wonder if he still has a spy in the field. Sipahi upon the field. Sipahi are 700 health. And so I have X and AoE in 3. The closer comparison I give to them right now is probably the Papal Lancers, which have roughly the same amount of health this age, roughly the same amount of damage this age, with exchange for a bit of 50% extra multiplier against infantry, being a Lancer. Sipahi push way forward, and the tight formation of the Musketeers will make it so the Sipahi will do some excellent damage. He may want to... fixing Bayonet will probably be worse up. He's just trying to keep at range and shooting them, which is probably the best course of plan. Sipahi do have range resist. But none of them did get wounded there. Maybe deploy with the... not priests, but imams that the Ottomans call on field. Yes, he is one of some imams there. Very nice. Got around the Hussars. Good melee hits there from the Janissaries. Janissaries also have really high melee attack for exchange for less multipliers. Oh, and the villagers do get the kill there. No blunderbuss upgrade either. Nice shot. And here comes Janissaries. Villagers take a nice volley there. A little bit overkill in that one. Two more do go down. Got a round of Musketeers. Got 30 Janissaries versus 47 Musketeers. Good number wounded. Now he's on age on up. Going to the Adventurer. He's ready to go on an adventure. Sipahi pushing me forward without being killed on up. Pulls back this guy, does take some hits, 45 health remaining, should withstand one more outpost shot thanks to his range armor. He does lose Sipahi there. Sorry, I just saw a brick or a square of villagers and I got confused. The British players going for some gill nets. And we got the boss next being blown in field, which is a mounted lancer. Mercenary
Perfect.
Lancer. He has collected the gold first. Salt mines. I always mentioned beforehand, salt mines do have a staggering amount of coin inside of them, but do collect a little bit slower than other resources, than other gold deposits. They collect a base rate of 5.5 rather than 6, which is still better than a plantation-based collection rate, which is just 0.5. There's the boss next. I believe they also benefit promotions, right? Yes, they do, improving hit points and attack. They also have that charge attack, which does have a little bit AoE and 3 range, so they will get that off first before the Sipahi connect. But they should have complemented Sipahi quite nicely. Being which, where are they at? Don't know where Sipahi's at the moment. There they are. They appear not have been healed on up, though I think some may have been partially healed. There's the Imam. I love how these guys have a build limit 1 out of 30, even though they still cost 1 population. Like, why is there a build limit to them? Who in their right mind will ever go past 5 healing units? Oh, Italian says they have a boy on groups of 3, but even then, 3 is still a good number. Got this heavy cab moving around. We got around a longbowman. And there's a lot of fishing boats. So if we look at the map, there's still plenty of fish out at sea. If you assume this is a sea, probably more to a pond. Imam healing up these units quite nicely. Boss next do take quite a bit of damage there, but one does go down there. At first I thought he was going to escape out with it. Lazar is now advancing. We do got these idle villagers here. You can actually queue up the mining orders across multiple gold deposits, so it's a great way to not worry about retasking them after they complete from a gold mine. Just queue order some mining orders. The Imam does go down there. Now there's an extra holy man. Azar is moving on back, taking some fire there, getting snared a little bit, and one does get stabbed by the Bosnak. We got around the falconets, very nice. I think you could use more falconets. Those go to the shipment of obelisk guns. Light infantry doesn't have a ×2 multiplier, just a ×1.75, but they have excellent base damage nonetheless. And deal siege. Longbowmen do get a good volley there. They will outrange those obelisk guns. They have twice attack speed, so their DPS is quite similar. Wait, that's a Mongol scout, is not a Hussar. Or Tatar archer? Tatar archers do have no multiplier, negative multiplier against villagers, looks like. Or maybe that is. Nope, that's not. But they have lower base damage, higher attack speed, and much higher multipliers. He also got them disciplined, so he's using these guys as a counter heavy cab. So their primary counter unit, and do not have the Sufi Mosque being obtained. Falconet's got a great volley there. The heavy cab, it took a lot of damage there, but so did the musketeers. Janissaries are trying to get into the fight. He asks these Janissaries in the melee mode to stab the horses. Handful of Janissaries are now trying to gain some melee mode. They have excellent melee damage. Falconet's getting overran. Good volley in the longbowman. Red's starting to get overran. Got an outpost here, which is not too important. Tatar archer advancing, slices the falconet before going on down. Very nice. Blue's musketeers are quite battered and beaten. He is going to try to retreat by these outposts, but I think red will win the fight. If the musketeers get let go, he can torch down the outposts. And now it's probably going to take time to torch down these outposts. Let's see, that's just a brick of villagers. We do have artillery foundry now complete. Yeah, I think Obelisk guns and falconets will be very good. He's now just going for his Manchurian cavalry archers, which of course are light cavalry, which won't be particularly useful, honestly. We do now have another town center being built by red, and this one may complete. Falconets on the build queue. And the Manchurian cavalry archers, let's see, pretty good damage. They are 3 population. So yeah, they're just in comparison to dragoons, they have the same, actually roughly the same damage, just twice the attack speed and about twice the amount of health. They also have melee armor. I thought, don't usually light cavalry have range armor? No. The Tatar archers have melee armor. Maybe I'm just going crazy. We got some Kuzblash. These are these heavy range cavalry. See here, heavy range. They are sent a hand attack most. They will get ×2 damage versus infantry, because they are a Lancer variant. We got Turngood Wolf here. Does claim a kill. And gets gunned down as the ATF did wanted. Blue has now a round of falconets. Red has less falconets, but they're pretty stacked up there. They could get splashed down. Manchurian cavalry archers do have only a standard ×2 against cavalry or artillery. Kuzbalash push way forward, and these Manchurian cavalry archers will do bonus damage against them since they are heavy cavalry. They have both the heavy cav and the heavy range cav tag. You can see here on the second line left, heavy cavalry. They also have the range cavalry tag, so the Italians Carbini church research will improve their attack speed, if that makes any difference. Janissaries not being pulled on the field. Now got some culverins, very nice, and some pikemen. Oh, the British players have aged up. We got a factory on the build queue. Probably rockets would be a good call to fight against all the Janissaries. The more I look at rockets, the more I'm a bit dissatisfied with them. They are an upgrade to heavy cannon, and falconets being ripped apart there, in which they have the same damage but just have a higher attack speed. I just don't like the long wind-up time. Sort of one reason why I don't like a lot of archer units, the long wind-up time. But that's just more of a me thing. And there's almost almost all the fish at sea has been claimed, so he'll be out of ingredients to make fish and chips. He's also cleaning up salt. And this gold deposit, the British player has a staggering 90 villagers, while the Ottoman player has 48. So the secondary town center is very important, not only just to keep secure this gold, but he needs that extra villager queue. Janissaries could try gunning down these fishing boats, but honestly, not really worth the effort with the lack of fish out of the sea. Town center now under fire and being lit on fire. Culverins gotta keep their distance. Blue's culverins and hot pursuit. Yep. Almost all the fish are gone, so he will need to start deleting these. 24 fishing boats. This will shrink his villager count by 25%. Red coat's now being researched, but he's in blue. We also got a good number of Falconets. He needs the Falconet upgrade. Janissary is taking some good damage there. The Falcon upgrade would be very useful. I think maybe more useful than the Redcoat upgrade at this moment, honestly. Manchurian Cavalry Archers moving around. Got a good number of culverins here. Maybe it's a good idea not to go with upgraded Falconets with that many culverins in the field. Now there's the Redcoats. Manchu Cavalry Archers push forward. Does take some damage there. A couple of the Manchurian Cavalry Archers have gone down.
Commandament.
One Falconet's sort of getting left behind. These guys need to be packed on up and not fully packed on up. One Falconet has gone down. More Redcoats are being reveled. Bad joke. We got a mill down here. A little bit exposed. And there's the factory wagon, second factory wagon number 2. Right now he's tasked his factories on coin. There's a good number of culverins here, no falconets, so if Blue would just take his culverins and just run away with them, then the opponent's culverins don't really have much to shoot at. They can provide some fire support, not really that great. And looks like the sound bug is starting to set on in. My apologies. We got some red coats here. The British are coming. Some of these villagers getting hit. The other player now I realize has already started his mill economy as well. He has some mill upgrades. I think at least one. Yeah, he could only get one H3. Dear God, why don't I know all the mill upgrades? Because... Probably because I only ever get mill upgrades when I'm H4 or H5. I try to avoid building mills in H3. Oh, those culverins took out those units. Redcoats torching down the artillery foundry. But it's hard to torch something down that's already waterlogged. Though, to be fair, my unit when I was in, back when I was in Air National Guard, we tend to set muddy fields on fire with our tracer rounds, so it's not too hard to set something wet on fire. Just throw enough bullets at it. Janissary is now taking some fire there. Redcoats push forward. British players down to 63 villagers. Oh!
Commandament.
Cavalry Archers must have got some good work done. Plus, he did lead all those fishing boats. Now the villager counts are much more similar, but the economy is still quite significant. Remind me to take a look at the economy tag. And looks like Red backed out of the game. I'm assuming? Yeah, I think Red backed the game. Oh, either way, let's take a look at the resources in the villager count. Let's see, village population. Yeah. 38. It was basically double the... That's more than doubled. All resource gathered. Yep, that is quite a disparity. Almost times 2. Yep. Either way, this is Angrade saying thank you for watching, and on to the next replay. But before I get started next replay, as I mentioned beforehand, I do need to restart my game due to the sound bug starting to set on in. Stop now. Here we go. Did my game crash? No. Did my game crash? Possibly. on the next replay that was submitted into me. And here we go. Greetings everyone, and Grade here of another Age of Empires 3 replay. So on our right side as the red Iroquois, or Haudenosaunee, we have Kinda Cat. On the left side as the blue Dutch, we have Nick.
Ja,
Yeah?
klaar.
How's going on up? Not a big surprise. When it comes to natives on map, we do have a very important native, the sheep. You can collect up some sheeple and leave them in glory. There's also the Huron settlements. Huron settlements can give you access to the Huron mantlet, a siege mantlet variant, a very beefy unit that's neither heavy nor light infantry, but it is classified as infantry and siege. And there's also up here the Cree settlement, which give you access to a skirmisher and a French villager variant. He will kill that local doggo and steal his. He was trying to recruit as to be master a Haudenosaunee tomahawk. And since the native version of tomahawk, it does have more of a revolutionary multipliers, less range, and does not consume population. We got a longhouse set up right next to a siege mantlet. Wait, he is also Iroquois or Haudenosaunee. You can get siege mantlets to go along with the Huron mantlets. Can get a very beefy army. A lot of beef when there's sheep on the field. Oh, that is the wrong button there. We do have a deck selected, native skirmishers deck, so he's going to eye for some natives. We do have a native card here, the Native Warrior Combat, as well as the New Ways Native Treaty. So it looks like he's eyeing for some sort of native play. While the Dutch 1v1 naval, so he's going to mix some ship in his composition. And he also has both of these bank cards there. Doesn't look like a full bank boom, honestly. Got religious freedom. Got a number of cavalry multipliers, as well as infantry multipliers. Hard to say exactly for sure what he's planning, but I think it's. I have a feeling that the Haudenosaunee player will take the lead in applying aggression. I think it's going to be a blue. The Dutch player is going to be defensive, while red's going to be a lot more aggressive.
Ja,
Envoy here, ready to deliver terms or request terms, one of the two. Do now have the age up the messenger. The message is attack, and we've got the governor being researched. Travis has been put on field, a bit of travesty, and she will recruit this Shoshone scout. He's a scout, though, and he's not a Boston man with a scattergun, a cleaver, and a holy mackerel. Training post being built there. Probably this Travis can be pulling out a war hut, either for forward shipments or for deployment of military units. I think it's going to be for forward shipments, actually. As recruited 2 allies, may see the next card is going to be the Native Treaties card, I'm guessing. There's a war hut, definitely be eyeing for forward shipments to that location. Not a whole lot of resources stockpiled. And maintain village production. The Dutch player is still aging on up. Going for the governor. Does spot the war hut now complete. The explorer will take some damage. He's focused on the Haudenosaunee tomahawk. One more arrow and he's done for, but he does get out of range. The explorer named Thunder, which somehow is fitting for a name of a... No, it's not 2 words. For a war chief. Shipping the bank, he sees the war hut. He saw this. And if he takes those opponent's deck, he knows it's going to be aggressive. The bank shipment is a horrible choice. He should go for Hussars or the pikemen. Some sort of military shipment. He does, of course, have that single outpost, which is nice until it gets leveled. No native treaties just yet. Got a round of tomahawks here. Tomahawks, in comparison to musketeers, they have less damage, same health. They cost 5 less and cost wood, so roughly the cost the same. Not really a good variant of the musketeer, honestly. But the Iroquois do have a large number of cards that really improve infantry. When it comes to the 4 Native Americans, and it always feels like the Iroquois are more of the infantry plus some artillery faction, or siege faction. The Sioux are definitely the cavalry faction. The Aztecs are the... They're definitely infantry. They can't pull out any cavalry whatsoever. But they're also more of a shipment faction. And the Incans are definitely the economic one. There's native treaties, does get a round of Cree trackers, and 3 Huron mantlets. The 3 Huron mantlets gonna cause some big issues. They're pretty bulky, they have great range resist. And just got some increased health from something. Oh, that's from the Explorer. Or War Chief. Got the militia firing away. These guys do bonus damage for siege units, and these Iroquois, or these Huron mantlets, are classified as a siege unit and siege trooper, so the militia will actually do bonus damage against them. Sorry, got up my phone ringing. I probably need to make return that call after this cast. 1 shipment available. Outpost does go down there. Giant horsemen now being shipped on in. With more of the Huron mantlets being deployed out, you can get a good number of Huron mantlets as well. You can see here, you can get 10, and not to mention you can also get what? Plus 200% building, so this will go up to 30. If you get both allied, you can get up to 60 on the field. That's a lot of Huron mantlets to get out, and they all cost 0 population. You now have a stable being employed on the field. Got a round of skirmishers that will be effective versus those tomahawks, but they won't be effective versus Huron mantlets. They have great range resist, and of course, like I said, not classified as heavy. Got a round of pikemen there, so that'd be good versus the horsemen, but not good against anything else. The mantlets don't have great melee attack. They do have good melee or range damage, though. Imagine these guys as a ×2 musketeer. At least in health. Got now medicine being shipped on in, or a spice trade. Very fine coat being researched.
Commando?
Pikemen and skirmishers pushing the way forward. Tomahawk does take some good volleys there. Another shipment available. It's going for the Hussars. Got some more Huron mantlets. Right now, we've got 23 villagers versus 22, so similar amount. But we've got how many banks on the field? Just the one, looks like. Yep. So only a slight economic advantage for the Dutch, but nothing too significant. Additionally, the Iroquois players are collecting quite a bit of wood from the natives, so inherently less effective economy there. 9 horsemen moving around, trying to find another opportunity to gauge. We've got a... Wait, merchants can collect up... Oh wait, yeah, that's merchant, not the envoy. I know architects, the Italian unique villager, can collect up wood. Horsemen do take a bit of damage there. Got a round of envoys there, drawing a bit of fire. They do have a decent amount of health to draw fire with. They're definitely not good in combat, doing 5 damage per punch. Hussars take some damage there. Tomahawks getting some good qualities there. Got a good number of pikemen, which are not going to be too particularly great in this situation. Tomahawks need to focus down those Hussars. The envoys just try and draw some fire. They're not really worth the cost to draw. Oh, they cost 50. I thought they cost 100. That makes them a little bit more acceptable to draw fire. What do they cost population? Minor horsemen do go down. We got a good number of tomahawks here. A couple free trackers still alive as well. And Restless Force is now falling back. Free trackers are more of a high hit point unit. You can see here. It says long range. Before a rifleman, they have pretty short range of 16. That's the same range as crossbowmen. They may need to update this description, because I would say they're a skirmisher of high hit points. And their damage is also a bit low as well. In comparison to his opponent's skirmishers. Yeah, 15 is not too bad compared to 14. But 20 range is significantly different. But they do have, what, twice the health? More than twice with the little bit of extra health they have. So they would technically beat skirmishers in 1v1 by a fair margin with extra health. We have another war hut going on up. Blue has a pretty good defense here. Another horseman villager being flown out. Dutch player has 1 shipment available. We do have the infantry attack now being researched. More Huron mantlets and more Canyon horsemen. Pikeman will make short work of the longhouse. This will put in a pop cap. He's already at population cap. This will put on more population cap. Does save his longhouse for a moment. Got some more Huron mantlets here. He could try a bit of an ambush spawn. Nope. He's just going to try to walk away. One does get gunned down. Does technically save both the structures at the moment. Does take the long hut. Lose that pop cap, though native units are free in population. On the horsemen trying to hit those skirmishers. They do have bonus infantry's artillery, which is not important at the moment. Tomahawks engaging War Chief as well. And now we got these horsemen engaging the skirmishers. Got more Tomahawks from pulling them out. And now he's going for the native warrior combat, which will make these Huron mantlets even more tinky and damaging. Overall, Reds looks like having trouble fighting. Now the Huron mantlet does go down. Some Tomahawks can get hit by those skirmishers. Another round of pikemen coming down south. And Blue has held, and he's starting to really get an army going. Red, not so much. We got more pikemen build queue, as well as more merchants going for the team infantry points. 31 versus 35, so the Iroquois have got more villagers on the field, but only by a small margin. Just looks like the one bank is currently on the field. Another round of Huron mantlets, but being this close to Hussars is not good. Huron mantlets is definitely a range unit, not a melee unit. Trading post does go down there.
On
Does find a
route,
couple of villagers up here. We've got another shipment available for the Dutch. Bring in a shipment of caravels, which will of course act also as fishing boats. We'll also provide some shore bombardment. Tomahawks and the kind of horsemen gains good damage there. Got still some pike mix on in. Another round of tomahawks there, able to engage the skirmishers in melee, which is very good. Tomahawks, the big advantage, they have decent melee. Skirmishers still have multipliers against heavy infantry in melee. Overall, that ambush spawn was great. He was starting to get overran by the tomahawks now. Another round of tomahawks. Another round of tomahawks. Now we've got quite a bit of an army here for red.
Una horde.
More kind of horsemen. Got a round of hussars here. Some of these villagers getting hit. Round of skirmishers. In melee, they do have 6 damage times 2, so it's effectively 12 versus 17, so they're far better at range than in melee. And of course, got the caravels here, providing some shore bomber. It does use the broadside. Red's in a bad position there. The caravels start bombarding him. They're doing 75 damage per strike with a little bit of AoE. That is massive. And Red's army will be ripped apart thanks to those ships. Have a couple horsemen there that engage the skirmishers. Blue doesn't have much of army here on the land either. More tomahawks, more horsemen, more villagers, and more hussars. Another shipment available. Both players must be running. That is his last shipment he can bring in this age. You can still bring in the bank cars, which is not worth it. It's better to probably save the shipments up until he gets to the next age and go for those ones. Because the additional bank won't mean much when he doesn't even have his banks maxed out. And the extra merchants won't mean much either.
Commando.
Hussars engaging. More villagers, more horsemen. The Iroquois player has a smaller score. Only has 1 shipment available as well, which will give him some European arsenal research. I don't know how they interact with everything. All usefully, hence why they have access to it. So both players will need to probably start aging up to get the next to get any decent shipments. He can go for exotic hardwoods. You know, either that or no shipments is probably a good idea to go for. Between these two, yeah, I think exotic hardwoods would be better than the new ways. Stick to the old ways. They've been effective to a good degree.
On route,
War Chief has been collected. She has plenty of health. We have a blue trading post here. Huron Fish Wedding. That's, here we go. Increase gathering rate of fishing boats by 50% for 150 resources. That's actually not bad. Blue does have some docks in the field, caravels, and a single fishing boat, collecting up some fishies. Trading post does go down. Kind horsemen and tomahawks push the way forward. Villager 1 does go down. Dutch have 32 villagers at the moment versus 42. A decent advantage there by the Iroquois. Only 1 bank on the field, which provides what? 3? No. 0.6. So roughly 4 villagers worth of gold income. Another round of skirmishers there. More of the mantlets being pulled on out as well. Blue's trying to disintegrate. Has a handful of his own free trackers in the field, which are, of course, the skirmish unit. Will be effective versus against these tomahawks. Not effective versus Huron mantlets, who do have right now a staggering amount of health. He is going with the Bank of Rotterdam. I disagree with that. I think you should just save the shipment. Yeah, just save the shipment for the next age. That will literally provide more value than going for the banks, which currently he does not have them nowhere near maxed out. We got some canoes here. Are these combat canoes? Yep, these are combat canoes. The canoe named Canoe. They offer 16 damage, 18 range, 2 attack speed, as opposed to 2 attack speed, 75 damage. They're pretty cheap. Yeah, it's not going all too well for Red. Does have nearby Dock Fear. The New Zealand is getting a lot of kills, as well as the Ender Krot. These canoes need to stop. They're just dying. They're really doing not much. These cost 400 resources, so I'm assuming he's going to need 4 canoes to every caravel, and there was about 4 to every 2, and so that was not great. Red, however, is able to counterattack, has a good number of skirmishers, as well as some Cree trackers here. Multiple pikemen for escort, but the hero mantlet transition is excellent at this moment in time. He's going to need hussars to deal with that, or regular musketeers. Can Dutch even get regular musketeers? No, they cannot. They have to get Blue Guard. Okay, now we got more canoes streaming on in. He also has... Oh, are these native canoes? Wait, how did Blue get canoes? I thought the canoes were a Iroquois unit. I have no idea at this point. Maybe they're enabled by having natives? I don't know. Villagers getting hit there. He's losing too many villagers. And now he's around a horseman. Dutch down 27 villagers was 49. I think at this point in time is where the Dutch players are going to disintegrate. And that is the end of the replay. This is Angry saying thank you for watching, and on to the next replay. Let's see. Did both of these, so let's clear those out. And let's see. Let's go to this one. Oh, I think I've already done this one. I need to check that one later. I've already done quite a bit of Japan. I feel like Japan's been very, very common. No, let's just go to this one here. Oh well, that should work. Even though it's still more Japan. But that's too sensitive. Greetings everyone, and Grade here of another H-Pyre's free replays. One bottom left side as the red French, we have Captain Mazin. On top right side as the blue Japanese, we have Leo Cast 10. He will go ahead and kill off this local doggo and steal his marigolds. Oh nope, he's going to build a shrine. Collect up these tank on hooves and some of these cows. Cows are awesome. In which there are more cows in the field. Gotta keep these doggies rolling. Red is eyeing for a trade post here eventually. Kills off that man, steals his coin. Pickled chilies. Or picked chilies. What would a pickled chili taste? I'm not a big fan of pickles at all. Can you even pickle a chili? Oh, it sounds disgusting. I know you can pickle other things than cucumbers. But either way. No deck selected, no deck selected. You of course have this trading post now fully built. Marie Antoinette. She's going to lose her head this game. It looks like some randomly generated names. He will kill those doggos and steal more marigolds. You monster. These dogs just can't have flowers. I'm also going to woo over the keywords.
Nanda?
Oh, we do have a deck selected here, the 1v1 Tierra deck. Let's see. Ashgaru. We've got Ashgarus, we've got the Terrace Hillchides, so we got a mix of light team or secondary eco, musketeers, and of course the fast production. So we've got Ashgar Musketeer deck and mortar stuff. Does have weighted bow as well. So a variation of a standard Japanese deck. And Alateki. Looks like it is standard French deck. Does include like hand cavalry hit points, ranged infantry points, the edicts of nanites, cavalry combat. So it's gonna be Gurnschoon. We've got economic theory being researched. You know, actually don't want to see if you'll go. Actually, they have always economic theory as a card, but never really get it. Quartermaster being built. Looks like Torii Gates being built. That man will be killed, and he will steal, and she will steal his picked chilies. And we'll cut off the swamp pupper and steal his delicious taprins. What's a taprin? If it's delicious, then I can eat it, right? Another shrine being built. Got the quartermaster, of course, still being researched. Commerce stage complete, so he does have one samurai. Samurai could push forward and try to torch this trading post. Samurai do have good torch damage. We got the, what, ×5 shrines here. Hunting doggos being researched as well. Housing going on up. He has a good number of these doggies. And looks he's... Nope, he's queued up to collect the wood and not collect the cows. With 5 cows, it may be worth actually take time and spend it on a livestock pen. You guys more housing here, and I just realized they're put at heretical angles as well as the barracks. You monster. And now it's being a shim of wood. More pikemen being put on field. He's going to try to start torching some of the shrines. Very nice. Got steel traps. a very fine coat, and placard mines. Japanese player is bringing a Daimyo Moldotada. Daimyo's an interesting option at this moment. He may be eyeing for some proxy building or maybe some shipment locations. He looks like I have some aggression. Usually if you go with the Daimyo, you are going to be aggressive. Another shipment is now available. And he's bringing a shipment of Ashikaga Musketeers. Something just got picked off. Looks like a man, and he was steal his hostage. A native Wichita scout. Wichita. Why did I have trouble saying that name? Pikemen trying to deal with Explorer, but the problem is Pikemen are not good fighters. Pikeman does go down there. Brian may get torsion down, but got a good number of Ashikaga Musketeers here. Oh, and pushing forward the Daimyo like that's not a good idea. Daimyo Moldotada cannot be replaced. Only Daimyo Masamune can be replaced. Marie Antoinette shall lose her head. Why is Marie Antoinette carrying the French flag? Should that not be the case? Since she's a royalist? The flag should be white, because that was the French flag at the time. I'm not being mean. They have white flags as the royal flag. Pikemen starting to torch down the shrine. Now we got some of the Naginata Riders being deployed on out. Got a shipment of crossbowmen. They're more of a soft counter than a harder counter to heavy infantry. Musketeers overall is still generally better than the crossbowmen. But they do have a little bit extra range, so they can stay safely a little bit better. Counselor it can trade some health or buy some time. He has some resources you can go for some more crossbowmen or primarily musketeers. He is a little bit at pop cap though. Probably a good idea to still get that one musketeer going. There's a shipment of crossbowmen there. And there's some militia. Red does have now a significant army here. Some of the crossbows getting hit by the Naginata Riders. Crossbow needs to make sure they're still hitting the Ashikaga Musketeers and not hitting these Naginata Riders. And Red just gets annihilated. Counselor is getting hit. He has 2 rounds of Musketeers now being deployed and out. Naginata Riders are getting quite wounded. And there's a round of the French villagers. French villagers being brought in. They have 8 damage, which is not great, but not bad. I don't think he has blunderbuss research. I don't remember seeing it. And I don't remember the damage for French villagers normally. This is getting a little bit desperate. He's doing this. He's trying to hunt down the Daimyo with the pikemen. Another round of musketeers being deployed out. French player has 18 villagers versus 28. It's not looking good for the French. And there's a shipment of hussars trying to pursue the Daimyo. Daimyo does move pretty quick. Hussars move quicker. He has a number of cows here. In order to get his economy going, he may need to eat them immediately after forcing back these units. Azar still being pursued. Handful of pikemen there. The pikemen could just start pushing down some of those external shrines. Those need to be retasking. Is he collecting up the cows? Yeah, he's going to collect up cows. Pikemen torch down some stuff. Daimyo's stop there for a moment, and Daimyo does go down. Now it's going to the Shogun, which will give Daimyo Masamune. And some of these villagers going down as well. Ashgar Musketeers engaged in melee. Japanese players down 26 villagers. The French side is 17, but remember as well, his villagers are higher quality. Difference between them is not too significant, but still very much in favor of the Japanese. Let's see, Daimyo Masamune also brings in 300 experience. It's not a whole lot, which may give him one shipment. He's another 400 to get a new shipment. He's now reached research Japanese isolationism. Gotten the Bushido principles now researched. Now getting in the military rickshaw shipped on in as well. The Shogun is taking some damage. It will be complete, that's for sure. There's Daimyo Masamune. Musketeers and irregulars now being deployed in the field. Irregulars have less damage than regular militiamen and a lot less health. Base health for militiamen is 200. These guys have 130. Oh, looks like the town is now fully repaired. Japanese player does have 400 export, but he just bought something. Oh, he's bringing a single samurai. One of the Ronin, the Hamamoto samurai, which I believe have, what, even higher stats? It's a good samurai, but they're expensive, of course. Japanese players also have pop cap because his opponent has torched down a number of the shrines. There's quite a bit of local fauna up there, so that's a good spot to start playing some shrines. Looks like actually 3 different wildlife groups. You can at least get 3-4 shrines right there. Now got some skirmishers brought in view by the French. Both players now reached age 3. The French player is not building any more villages at the moment. They want to get that fixed, just consume the rest of that coin. It was quite delicious. More shrines being built. Yep, you really should definitely build those shrines over here. Naginata riders being shipped, deployed now, as well as some musketeers. More skirmishers. If I say assumption that French players go for Gurn Schoon with a handful of cuirassiers in age 3. But right now he's lacking the goons, so Naginata riders will be excellent. And he's not building any more villages at the moment, bringing a shipment of goons. Oh, now there's a blunderbuss upgrade that should put these villagers with 11 damage.
prêt.
He's trying to hunt down for more shrines, unsuccessfully, because he's already destroyed them all outside his bonus base. My apologies, I have no idea what you typed.
Je suis blessé. Je ne peux pas bouger.
Explorer does go down there. More halberdiers being employed on out. This coin mine's almost consumed as well. 35 villagers versus 20. We do have some more of those samurai being blown field. You can see this is the one. Has nearly 600 health. Has 67 damage to AoE. Good anti-cavalry multipliers. And oh, now they're up to 74. Not sure what increases their damage even more, but either way, they do also have 154 siege damage. So those torches are really grenades. Yeah, apparently it does about the same damage as the flaming arrow. Who's now trying to establish a counterattack. Got a number of halberdiers for defense, as well as some musketeers and pikemen. Skirmishers here in good number. They can quickly take out the heavy infantry, which includes that samurai, both of them. And they also do bonus damage to the 1 health sentries. Red's goons may spot all this. It's a good follow there. Another deployment. Has 1 shipment available as well. Probably a good idea to go for the flaming arrows. Yep, he's going for flaming arrows. Good volley there. I think some significant amount of damage there. Also, some of the knocking out of riders taking some damage. They do go down. The monk does go down there. Pikemen and halberdiers push along the flank with some musketeers in melee mode. Goons sort of going down there. Skirmishers in a good angle to take out the heavy infantry. Samurai here gains some great damage. He has both of them still alive. More reinforcements pushing forward, and some irregular still alive as well. Mounted archers now firing away. Red's armor is starting to disintegrate. The shipment of musketeers, deployment of musketeers. Looks like Red will get overran. And Red is back in the game now. This Android saying, "Thank you for watching," and on to the next replay. Give me one moment. I want to translate that one YouTube comment because I have no idea what it said. This game is Age of Empires 3. I don't know how to say that in Russian. Oh boy, that is going crazy. Greetings everyone, and Great here with another H-Powers 3 replay. Spawn on the left side as the... Wait, I actually did this one the other day. Yep, sorry about that. Let's get rid of that. Again, really sensitive. Greetings everyone, and great here with another HPARS 3 replays. On bottom left side as the blue French, we have Captain Mazen. On top right side as the red Swedes, we have Tika Taka. And when it comes to natives map, we do have some important yaks. Or, nope, these are water bison. There's plenty of water for the buffaloes, so they shall fit their name. When it comes to also natives of the map, got the Sufi Mosque, gives some heavy range cavalry, as well as the Jesuits, gives some light cavalry. Both are ranged. And so, it is also a bit of an asymmetrical map in this case, with two different natives. The Smokeless Powder does improve gunpowder damage, useful for both sides, as well as what? Building hit points, not so much. Land villager build time can be useful, but not really. Over here we've got fasting, reduce your villagers' hit points, but give increased gathering rate for all of them, which can be nice, but also dangerous. Double-edged sword. And pilgrimage, you get some fattened goats, as well as Sharia law. You get more villagers, which could be useful to the French. Give him 8 more maximum villagers, which will bring up his maximum total up to 88. We do have a trade post up there. Shipment available for the Swedes. We already got a shipment here. Al-Latake. Looks like a standard Skirm Goon deck that I see him usually go with. Versus the 1v1 deck, includes blueberries, town militia. Let's see, got leather cannons here, Eisenberg works. We're going to see some torps, bit of a torp boom. We got Carolyn cards. No Helga Pelty stuff. Well, this does affect it as well. Well, this is going to be primarily a Carolyn deck, so the Skirms should be very effective against them. And Carolyns get what? Bonus damage and range to only heavy cav rather than to all cav, if I remember correctly. Just one Carolyn for each torp you have on the map enables torps to be sold or recover some of the resources they've cost. That's probably not that useful. And Civil Lifeguard. Carolyns now resist range damage instead of melee damage. Can be useful. Also gives your Carolyns and Grenadiers more hit points. So yeah, Torp Carolyn. Maybe with Leather Cannon. The Leather Cannons could be decent against skirmishers. He is aging up to the Naturalist versus the Quartermaster. Marie Antoinette, she'll likely lose her head multiple times this game. Versus Lorez Lang, which is probably a randomly generated name. You got some orangutan here, some monkeys, or apes. It looks like it's not going to Harambe any of them. We got the Huron Scout here. You can go scouting around. Plus, he does offer some anti-mercenary damage if he keeps them alive. The Naturalist still being researched. Got Hunted Doggos and the Placard Mines. Farmer's Age now completed. And I'll bring a shipment of villagers, but hasn't queued up any villagers just yet. There we go. Got a villager. We do not have the Dominions, give him 4 torps. These also are tin mines. They have less coin around them. He may decide to put torps next to some of these other mines up here. Just around this copper mine, though the road is partitioned away. Maybe around this copper mine then. stable being built. He may be eyeing for some hussars to be aggressive with. Here are the torps, and I was from the wrong player when I mentioned about the torp stuff, but he is eyeing for. What's he's gonna pull them next to this copper mine here? Yep, he will ploy out around that mine.
Prête.
Got some hussars being shipped or being deployed on in. Shipment of wood there as well. Kitty cat being gunned on down. You steal the pool quicksilver. And the torps shall be built. Got a round of hussars now pulled on the field, ready to raid. Villager is taking some damage there. One villager does go down. Another villager is getting hit. Does get inside the town center. Another one of the hussars do go down. Villager may get focused down here as well. He does escape, however. Hussar seeing more fire. And now we've got a barracks being pulled in the field, applying an eye for a round of Carolines. French players now shipping some gold. They may want to pull the villagers off of gold and onto food in order to help age up. And he's actually is booting the Jesuits, so you will get out some light cavalry relatively soon. You now also have a mark going on up, as well as a barracks. Eisenberg Ironworks now being shipped on in as well. To improve his coin collection rate from his torps.
Hello?
Saga does go down. Do now have these Carolines in the field. They do, like I said, bonus damage versus heavy cav at range. They also do have slightly higher attack speed, so they are still similar to the Musketeers.
Yo.
Hussars will take out this monkey. And it is a live oak stand. Carolines torching this down. Carolines do have same torch damage right on Musketeers. They do also have good melee damage. Good number of Carolines now being deployed on out. And his opponent is aging up to the Exile Prince. The Conquistadors are, of course, a light cavalry unit. So they won't see any bonus damage from the Carolines. They have a slight AoE to their attack as well. But overall, going for skirmishers was probably the better idea when he ages on up. Hussars takes some fire. One Hussar does go down. He is now aged on up, and I actually don't remember what he aged up with. That may have been the fast age up, I'm not sure. We have now the Falcon that's being shipped on in as well, which should be good against those Carolines. And also unclaimed polecats. And rather than trying to eat them, you just rip off the fur. Villagers may look inside the town center. Hidden mines are almost out either way. Shipment is now available. Maybe the Crassiers? Or no, the 8 skirmishers will probably be a little bit better. He does go shipment of wood. Conquistadors pretty forward. Carolines do not have any multipliers against any sort of cavalry in melee. There's the Falconets. They're going to do some good work. They don't manage to get a volley off. Conquistadors don't have the greatest health. They have 30% range resist in the one AoE. And also, they're not veteran at the moment either. Coin there. He almost had enough resources to age on up. Not sure the shipment coin would be great. He could afford it, or I for the team house of Burdenette. Falconet sits on up. Does not manage to fire. He is aging on up to the Exile Prince. Skirmishers and Dragoons being pulled him out. Training post under fire. He could pin him after all retreating back go this way, but he's trying to siege down Smone's market. Those are pretty fort, but there's way too much light cavalry for him to pursue. I wonder he has the smokeless power to research. No, he does not. He can't afford it. It is 500 resources, so it is expensive. Long for the religion, Jesuits bring smokeless power to increase their gunpowder unit damage. Jesus and guns, what more do you need? Probably beer. Corpse now being torched. Carolyn's pretty forward. They're not veteran Carolyn's just yet. Got some water bison here to help protect them. The barracks also set up in a heretical angle, so Best CV removes it from existence. French villagers trying to escape on out there. The scout is stabbing the hussars. Barracks has gone down. And he does go and pack on up and head back home. Got a number of exposed villagers here. French villagers have the same durability in melee as regular villagers, since they have range resist rather than melee resist. However, it's going to lose a lot of villagers. Light cavalry tries to way forward. Does get a good volley on the dragoon. Or the hussar. Dragoons and conquistadors pretty forward. Falconets as well. He has a handful of skirmishers to help them out. And since he's really stacking up, the AoE damage from these conquistadors are actually doing some significant damage. Excellent volley there from the falconets. The explorer and the remaining falconets, or the Carolines, will go down. Big loss there by Red. He did get some good losses, or inflict some good losses on the villagers. The French player is actually pretty close in aging on up. Has 26 villagers versus 33. So the Swedish colony is much better, even though the French villagers are better individually. There's also all the torps. Now the platoon fire inflicts more damage against heavy cavalry and shock infantry at range. Also increases what their range damage by 15% or 10%, which may not be super useful at the moment. They do attack at high speed, so he's fighting against a large amount of light cavalry. They don't have access to light infantry, do they? You could have got the card to enable Jaegers as a light infantry unit, but he does not have that card.
Befehl?
He does have some Halkapaltis blood in the field, which have less range and AoE attack themselves, like conquistadors. Right now, the conquistadors are just straight up better. They have a little bit extra damage and a little bit extra range. Falconet's getting some great hits there. We got one Falconet still remaining. Another round of those Carolines going on down. Barracks is taking some fire. Skirmishers are not a great siege unit, but the Falconet is a dedicated siege unit. Another round of Carolines do get hit there. He probably was torching out the skirmishers, so when he deploys out more units, he can get a good volley onto them. There goes the barracks. Caroline charge time remaining. The charge has its worn off. They have good melee damage, that's for sure. They have same damage in melee as in range. They do have, of course, better attack speed in melee. Militia pull on a few. Dragoons and Conquistadors getting some great damage there. More Dragoons, more Conquistadors. Hey, just pull out light cavalry since this opponent couldn't really properly counter them. And that is the end of the replay. This is Angry saying thank you for watching, and on to the next replay. Before I get started on the next replay, I need to use a restroom, and possibly a good time to restart the game in order to help prevent the sound bug. Please give me a moment. One moment. Apologies, I'm back. Very sensitive. Greetings everyone, and Great here for another H-Pars 3 replay. One on the right side as the red Chinese, we have W. On the left side as the blue Mexicans, we have Spartan 29. And I of course have to say this, red Chinese communist detected. Yeah, that wasn't that great. Either way, no deck selected just yet, no deck. When it comes to natives on this map, we do have the Comanche settlement. Give you access to the Comanche range cavalry, good against cavalry. And let's see. Upgrades cost less, your wonders cost less. Makes your age up cheaper as well as other upgrades. More cavalry hit points, shock infantry, and the increased speed on the cavalry as well. And is this still Comanches? Yeah, still Comanches. We got the monastery now going on up. So maybe involving Ming Iron troops. Local doggos being punched in the face, and they'll steal the Tiprin. which is something that usually sounds like something one of the voice commands for Norse in Age of Mythology. Hippering. Which may mean food. Or something involving like forage. Mexican player has selected a shipment. We've got the 2DA standard. There's 2DA. I don't know what that means. But it looks like he is going to revolt. Because Mexico revolts. We got the independence movements. No H3 cards. And Hacienda Wagon. And the Hacienda Wagon there. So maybe I'm for the Tlaxcala age up, I'm guessing. Yeah, I don't know. We'll find out soon enough. Hey, Yura? Oh, Luda? I don't know how that pronounced. Like any name. Red will kill off these unbearable bears and steal their porcupines and their quills. Which means that bear must have been stung by a large number of porcupines and he just started collecting them. Because if the porcupine started using them effectively against him, he could probably use some great effects, right? But the bear could not. Now we've got the French as the allies. And we got the deck 333. He's gone for the T export. That's also the Black Intrigue. What's going to be a fast fortress? Not sure what he's going to exactly end up with. We do have the higher Ming Iron Troops. We don't have the Atonement nor the increased tax speed for Ming Iron Troop card. Good number of Keshiks, which are anti-cavalry unit. The Morocco's are a counter unit as well. A little bit questionable against the Mexicans because you never really know what Mexico is going to do. Oh, revolt. But how exactly? He's aging up with the Porcelain Tower, which is the economic resource. He will get the, let's see, either food, wood, the level 2. It does not scale. It gives you whatever is aged up with. So roughly, if he goes for generic, you'll have about 2.4 resource income, or selectively 2.5 or 3 food. Local kitty cats go on down and will steal their tree stand. Nope, blue will steal it. And then blue just shoots her in the back of the head. Twice. Chinese player has 2 shipments available. Maybe Diplomatic Intrigue into something. Maybe coin into Diplomatic Intrigue if he's going for Fast Fortress. And Monk, Shaolin Master has received a good amount of health there. Going for the Keshiks, or not Keshiks, Step Riders and Chuko News. Oh, now think about it. He could have gone for, if he had Mongolian Scourge, go for Step Riders into Mongolian Scourge to get anti-villager damage. Does cancel the Chuko News. We do now have the military wagon. He knows his opponent's going to revolt, assuming he takes a look at his opponent's deck. So it may have been better to go for the Summer Palace. He has selected Chuko News once again. Step Riders are a Lancer unit, but the multipliers are very extreme. And there's Revolt. What did he revolt to? Whoops, wrong button. Revolt to the Central Americans, so he keeps his villagers. Why am I having trouble? There we go. Revolution deck. The Chipotle tactics. Yes, I also age up with the Tlaxcala. 1 villager does go down. That villager does not get trapped there. You keep these guys on the inside. Suburbs do actually have decent siege damage for their cost. Red does fall back there. Got around Chuko News here. Does go for the advanced fortification, so it does have the fortified frontier defenses, or the advanced, what was it called? Frontier outposts. Chukunusu get a volley down the villager. Does not take out any of these villagers. Got a wounded one there. He could probably focus down. Frontier outposts, they will have 45 damage, 50% bonus damage against Step Riders, so they will take some pretty big holes. And Chukunusu are not exactly siege units. I don't think Red's going to push forward anymore. Red just want I to be a bit more economical. I'm about to sneeze. He does find the general, or the padre. As one ship available, he's going for one of these. Central American Cavalry and resources veteran at your stable units. Enable Dragoons to be trained. Or veteran units at your barracks. Nope, he's going for Shim of Wood. I think he's trying to return to Mexico. The general does take some damage there. And she may go down. Some of the villagers getting hit. The general does go down. There's the wood. And has another shipment available. He's at pop capped. But he's not going to expand upon it. Now we do have a round of young guards. The French Grenadiers are here. They're offering decent torch damage. And we also got a round of Old Han Army for playing pikemen, which do also have good siege damage as well. He's going for another pair of frontier defenses. Chukunusu have 90 health with a bit of range resist, so they can withstand a full shot of the town center unless they get the increased town center damage. So that goes to 135. So let's push way forward. The large amount of defenses here. The outposts need to go over here. Okay, they got shifted in by the Hacienda, so that may be out of his vision range. Let's give him some more breathing room. He has no real income at the moment, other than the livestock at the Hacienda. Militia put on the field. He needs to hit those middle guard, or young guard. Point pikemen push way forward. Now that's 4 outposts firing away. Villagers getting hit here. Lost a number of villagers. Militia have gone down. The Grenadiers, however, mostly have gone down. How's the Chinese economy doing? Old Han Army being shipped on in. Seeing as it's one unit that's bad at siege, although unit decent at siege, is basically getting a round of musketeers at siege. He's also going for the standard army hit points, getting more health on his Chukunusu and his Step Riders. Not on the playing pikemen, however. We also got, was that a revolutionary? Passing some units off. He's going to let this outpost do most of the work. Towns are garrisoned up with 10 units still. He is building revolutionaries. Another pair of outposts that will give him some more breathing room. His opponent has 23 villagers. He's been cutting villager production. He probably should not have done that. Needs that villager production because right now the colonies are not too dissimilar. Revolutionaries are of course a heavy infantry unit, so they will see bonus damage from the Chukunusu. The Chinese Shaolin Master does get picked on up there. Revolutionaries do bonus damage versus cavalry at range. They're not, and since they don't have full damage nor they have revolutionary health, they're inferior to a single musketeer. Okay, quite a coin there. He's a little bit more wood before we return to Mexico. He has invested quite a bit of food. That was a livestock. You could eat the livestock in order to get that food quickly gathered. You send a villager over here, the bighorn sheep. Not to pet their heads, just pet them with bullets. Help them with bullets, I should say. And looks like that deer population did not go all too well, or elk. Shima coin for the Chinese. Now it's starting to continue with villager production. And now he is going for Lady Assumption, which will replace his church wagon, increase the build limit of his cathedrals, and also make them provide twice the amount of experience. So he'll be at what, 2 experience, and potentially get a second cathedral off for 4 experience. Need some more food. Does not want to eat the livestock. To be fair, there's plenty of local fauna here. Some sort of village upgrade was cancelled there. Now he can age on up. Probably should go for either Sun Palace or the Confucian Academy. Goes for Confucian Academy. Return to Mexico. He may have not researched independence movements, has he? Yeah, he's trying to return to Mexico. Let's keep the Central American players selected, so get that, hear that glorious music. And the church is facing heretically.
Mande. ¿Cuál es la orden?
Revolutionary Padre does go down. The General may be able to beat the Step Rider in 1v1 combat. 15 damage as opposed to 7. Much higher health. Yeah, I think if they would have stood and fight, they probably would have won. He just invested in some sort of upgrade. I wasn't really paying attention to what that was. Outposts firing away. They will put good holes into the... Does lose the General, however. Step Rider does go down there. Now we've got the counterattack.
Ahora me siento mejor.
Going for the Shim of Wood. Maybe I'm better to go with the Los Caladeros Battalion. Maybe even the Lancers, honestly. Oh, he does cancel it. Goes to the Los Caladeros Battalion. That is a large number of soldados. And how many falconets? Just 1 or 2? 1. Mary soldados are ×2 musketeer, though he probably does not have veteran research. It also consumes a lot of population space, so he's going to need some housing for them. We got some mercenaries brought on in Repentant Fusiliers, which are a mercenary version of revolutionary, having a plus bonus damage versus cavalry, excellent damage. Do have 300 health. It's actually not too high, honestly. Got a round of Discipline Keshiks. See, that's the outposts on the field. So all those, like I mentioned beforehand, are still an Age 2 unit. Falconet will be very useful at the moment. You just have to make sure the Falconet does stay alive. Number of Fusiliers still alive at the moment. Soldados still here in good numbers. Taking out some plain piking Shukunu's. Arquebuster does 6 damage. Still got a number of Keshiks here, which they have less multipliers than other light cavalry against artillery. Last of the Fusiliers have gone down. Nope, there's actually... Okay, yep, now all the Fusiliers have definitely gone down. We got some Repentant Panduras. I think those are outlaws, aren't they? They're a counter-skirmisher, and they are mercenary. Here's the problem with counter-skirmishers. They're only good against skirmishers. He's fighting against soldados. That's a heavy infantry unit. Sure, they have plus 25 damage against heavy infantry. But right now, their damage output is not really any greater than Musketeer. Sure, we'll push them up a little bit higher. They do have good range. But you really only should pull out counter-skirmishers against skirmishers. That's the only thing they're good at. And also 2 population for 200 resources. So imagine this have the strength of as a Musketeer. In fact, let's compare that to the actual ×2 Musketeer here. 25 damage times plus 25% damage, so let's just say 31 damage. Soldado, an age 2 unit, not even veteran Soldado. 36 damage, 300 health. Sure, they have less range, but these guys are just comparable to a Soldado and being much more expensive. Not exactly much more expensive, but the Soldado can just be upgraded to veteran and be very good. Cathedral now under fire from all these hand mortars. Got a factor on the field going for a heavy cannon, that's very useful. There's some insurgents, got a bit of insurgency here. He has some heavy infantry. Shaolin Master does go down. The insurgent should be effective versus these Keshiks. Got a number of Repentant Fusiliers, which is a bit of a problem. He does also have some Musketeers as well, or not Musketeers, Grenadiers, the Young Guard. The more Falconets could be in order. The heavy cannon, he can solve with 1 heavy cannon. That's all maybe he needs. Dorado's now engaging. The outposts can't go down. They're doing their job protecting this colony. Grenadiers get a pretty good volley there, and also the mortars. Mortars are a counter artillery unit for the Chinese. They have 34 range of them, which is quite significant. But most of the Mexican player just simply could not get an army established after returning to Mexico, it looks like. He has over 1,000 wood. He may be eyeing for one of these units. Yeah, definitely going for the Spanish sympathizers would probably be much better. His first heavy cannon's almost deployed in the field. His villagers are starting to migrate up north. One shipment available. He does bring the shipment of heavy cannons. Quite a bit going. Is he eyeing for another revolt? Is he trying to stall for a revolt? I don't think the Poli can't withstand that much abuse. And plus, he doesn't have any sizable food income at the moment. He has research independence movements. This costs, let's see, that may allow him to revolt in time. It's going to get close. He's revolting to the Texans. Pouncer is under severe damage. He does revolt in time. And here comes volunteers, which are state militia. He has, of course, his heavy cannon on the field. He's the Flying Crow. Repentant Fusiliers from 3-4. They'll have trouble versus the heavy cannons. Mortars immediately counter barraging, very good. The state militia are advancing. They'll have trouble versus the mortars. Heavy cannon does get a good volley there. Mortars are going down. Heavy cannon's not pushing way forward. Actually, they're doing decent since they only have 50% range resist and they only have 100 health. I'm mistaking them for actually being a durable artillery unit. State militia, of course, are a skirmisher variant. They would be good against the light cavalry. Revolutionaries are good against all cavalry. The Texan deck, he cannot get out another factory. No, he can't get a factory. He does have a possibility for a replacement factory. or a secondary factory. Barracks on the fire. He does have access to the Minutemen as well, which I'm not sure if that would provide him actually Minutemen or just militia. Because if you revolt to the United States, say as the Italians, you get militiamen, not Minutemen. Got the inspiring flag. Everything's bigger in Texas. Knows it's the shortest opponent's town center, and he only one village remains. He don't think he's ever researched this Chipotle, so he doesn't get the whatchamacallit, the destruction bounty. He does have a decent army, but I don't know if that's going to be enough. We've got Repentant Corsairs, which are a mercenary unit, not an outlaw unit. They are basically a Rodialo. With actually decent stats. Try and push around over here. There's one villager. Might as well cut up some sheep with it. I'm not sure what he's doing. He killed off something here. A villager looks like. Right now, the clock is ticking against him. He can bring in the militia from the outposts.
Nuestra Señora de Guadalupe nos protege con sus manos milagrosas.
Can't really be idle at the moment. The assassins factor in the coin now. Maybe I need to bring in some Minutemen. Hacienda's now tasked to build villagers. Yep, I think it's being far too idle. If you're in a revolt with no villagers remaining, you have to be aggressive. Or being prepped in a situation you don't have to be aggressive and rebuild the villagers. In this case, he has to be aggressive. Meteor Hammer is going to cause some huge issues. They're of course a heavy cav. Villagers sneak inside the town, the outpost. That was inside the hacienda. Good enough. But did lose 50% of his economy right there. Or villagers. He still has the factory there. Let's bring the state militia now. Oh, you get a full Minutemen, so you get a conscription. That's actually quite impressive. Heavy cavalry now over on the heavy cannon. Hacienda does go down. One of the heavy cannons to go down. They are quite durable. There goes the Flying Crow. I've still got a number of Repentant Fusiliers. It's just simply quite good. Heavy cannon goes down. Volunteers are going to be required, so some Minutemen. And looks like Blue does back the game now. The Zangrade saying, thank you for watching, and on to the next replay. Greetings everyone, and Grade here with another Age of Empires 3 replay. So on bottom right side as the blue Germans, we have Great Scythe 11. So on top left side as the red Ottomans, we have Bonita. And when it comes to natives on the map, we do have a very important native, the cow. Cows are awesome. Plus we do got the House of Fanar, which give you some Greeks, the Everzone Skirmisher, Boyar Heavy Cavalry, and the Sacred Band Musketeers. And down here we've got the House of Vaza, which should give you some vases, Royal Arquebuses, and Winged Hussars. And some torps if you so choose as well. Who's immediately cleaning up the central trading post there. And he has a deck, the Versus Ottoman deck, in which sometimes I've been told it's actually a good idea if the German player not immediately select a deck, even though you have an idea of what you want to select, because Germans get their shipments second because their shipments cost more. So it's a good idea not to immediately select your deck. In this case, this counter Ottoman civilization or deck includes the town center increased damage, and actually gives our town center increased hit points rather than access to conscription. Got the land grab. Looks like fast fortress. What's this? Palatine settlements. Palatine. Rugged German colonial housing provides much more population, so triple housing. Also, of course, is Ulans. Cavalry cars, so it's going to go for Ulan war wagon probably. You also have the guild artisans for the settler wagons. Goes off Pumbaa there to steal his pumpkin. Handful of Dolphin soldiers, but looks like it's going to be a cavalry deck. In which the Ottoman, all their barracks units are heavy infantry, so that may not go all that great. Semi-cav, fast fortress, Obus. Obus? Also, we got the large amount of delis. We got cavalry archers here, so it's going to be cavalry on cavalry. Interesting. He's aging up with the quartermaster. His opponent's shipping some settler wagons. And he's nowhere near aged on getting aged on up. Got quite a bit of wood there. The Ottoman player may take an early advantage. He is aging up with 12 villagers. Opponent has technically 12. Oh no, he has a lot more. He has 5 settler wagons already in the field. So we've got a late age up for the Germans. The Ottoman player can take the initiative. He is collecting a bit of wood. Both players have a trade post. Hunting doggos and placard mines being researched. We still got some cows here that have not been obtained. Keep those doggies rolling. German player is now aging up with the quartermaster to counter our opponent's quartermaster. Brings in shipment villagers. We got the brigand here. He's actually not going to hand attack for some reason. He has a hand attack, but it should be going to hand attack, but I guess not. Gets a lot of coin there. Get some coin for the brigand and coin from that treasure. So of course, collecting up all that wood, building some housing, building a stable, so it's going to get around delis. And we got 2 trading posts for the Germans. It's actually a good idea to go to the House of Fanar sooner rather than later, just to get that Greek Revolution counting up, or to get some free musketeers. Two shipments are available. He's just now finally aged on up. Coin settle wagon. Settle wagon. This will put him pop cap. He has a villager's queued on up. He's well over pop capped. Church spoiled in the field. House going on up. You'll need another house in the field. Seal traps, a very fine coat. Got these delis rolling. Outpost is now built. Building a house.
Yeah.
He has a handful of defensive delis here. The explorer's taking some damage. Got a number of idle villagers there. Ulans just engage. Oh, he's going to try to play Ring Around the Rosie, which may be a good idea. Yeah, maybe it was a good idea rather than to engage. So he keeps his Ulans alive. Only taking minimal damage. Oh, sniffing damage number 1, which is better than dead. And keeps the delis away. Autumn player's about ready to age on up, has enough coin, needs a lot more, only a small amount of food. Deli's not trying to torch down this trading post. They do have faster siege attack as well. 15 though is less than normal. I think normal Hussars 20.
Bereit.
At least Ulans have 20. Stream of Wood, got the Gang Saw for the German. Now as they jump to the Exile Prince. Amalgamation now being researched. Shipment available. He may wait that until he ages on up, but to what shipment? I do not know. Oh, it's Sapahi? He's a bit. No, he needs a lot more food for that one. Shipment of wood. Trading post does go down. He does spot this trading post. Age 3 is on the way for the Germans. I think that may have been fast age up. I'm not sure what it was. Don't see anything here, so I'm assuming that was fast age up. Placard Mine, Shim of Wood himself as well. Very similar. Both sides going for cavalry. Both sides are getting wood for the first shipment. And amalgamation. Autumn player is now shipping, has another ship available. The Explorer will go down. Ludwig Bergen. Oh, I butchered that name. Those is a deli there. We've got a number of veteran cavalry archers here, which are a fast attacking cavalry archer unit. Deli does go down there. He's now shipping and deploying some obelisk guns.
Yeah.
I think these are also all passive Ulans. He does have a stable in the field, so he is actually building some war wagons now. So the obelisk guns are a light infantry unit. They do bonus damage versus the light cavalry. I think a little bit less bonus damage. Isn't it like 250 the standard bonus damage on light cavalry? They do also do siege damage, so they do bypass all the common armor types. In which war organs have melee.
Yeah. Es geht mir besser.
Not sure what that's sound. Didn't seem like a taunt because I don't see any chat windows here. I'm maybe just going crazy. I do now have the veteran Ulan research. Very nice. Autumn player does have 2 town centers. German player has 2 less villagers, but he has a good number of set of wagons. 8, so add 8 to this number down here. So he does have a better economy. The Of course, the Ottoman player doesn't have to worry about spending resources on getting those villagers being built. Obvious guns get a good volley there. Do now another towns that are being built by the Explorer. Explorer does go down, does have a villager helping him out. You'll not pick the torch, but pick up the hammer. Ulan's now engaging the obvious guns. War wagons push forward. Nice thing about any sort of heavy cav, they will still do decent damage versus the light cavalry. Just have to get in range. Deli's gonna rip apart Ulans as well. Got around a militia. And he's backing on off. War wagons are ×3 light cavalry. Just ignore the wagon part. They are light, not some sort of heavy abomination of a unit. These are Germans, not Habsburgs. You now have the cavalry archers being shipped on in and deploy more cavalry archers. So he's going for the Ottoman version of Gurm Skoon. Gurm Skoon. Why did I combine those words? Goon Skirm. Ugh. I'm out of it. We've now got the German fort being employed in the field. Has these guys idle? Nope. They're cooking some local fauna. These ibex. Wonder how they taste. Probably taste like meat. German player does have 2 town centers built. Now German player is aging up. The Tycoon, which should give him a bit of a coin rebate. Fort being built there, though it's going to be built while in combat and just now started. He has to stand and fight. He cannot fall back, and there's a good amount of light cavalry here. And he lacks skirmishers to engage, though these guys don't have good siege damage. Obvious guns do have okay siege damage. If he has any more town militia, he needs to get that building. Or take some fire. Looks like he's out damaging the... Yeah, he's out damaging. He will lose the fort. Fort goes down. Big loss there. And so we have a bit of rebate there. You get a bit of coin, but it's not going to look great. He needs units. What unit? I'm not sure. There's no magic wall in this situation. Will be perfect for him. So you could let the town centers fire away to draw some damage. Or give some damage. He has not researched the Hohenzollern. I can't really speak foreign or read foreign. This coin rebate will be useful. If you just go for mass skirmishers, at least you can counter out half his opponent's army and be somewhat equal footing to the obvious guns. That may be best. He does get a round of war wagons there. He has 7 villagers inside of this, so he gets 6-3 damage. Shipment of heavy cannons? I don't know if that's going to be great. Explorer goes down once again. These guys do have the standard ×2 damage against heavy or against artillery. Maybe he should eat the cows. War wagons are here. The cows can give him some food while he waits for the Tycoon to give him some rebate. No, he already has gotten the rebate. War wagons being deployed out, then into some Ulans. Lose the town center. German player has 31 villagers versus 39, so they probably have a similar amount of villagers. Got a good number of war wagons there. It does get the Ulans and some heavy cannon. Heavy cannon didn't take much damage there. Ulans must have drawn some fire. Counter-attacking. Ulans will be pushed on back. Red's Explorer does go down. Drew a lot of fire there. Blue's Explorer slicing apart the Falconet. Good shot there.
Hazır.
Explorer does go down there, giving his War Wagon some more breathing room. One War Wagon does go down. Villager's trying to cook the tin. Blue has now stabilized, but he's not in a great position. More cavalry archers in the build queue. There's enough wood about another town center, but needs another town center, but needs population housing space. Obscur's firing away. He has not requires population space to get out the car to get more population space. Oh, great. If there's any exception to requiring population space, that card should be the exception. Obscur's getting hit quite significantly here. War Wagons are very durable. Does lose a War Wagon there. Cavalry archers push way forward. Falcon has to creep his way forward. And now Tenzin is under fire. Tenzin does go down. And looks like Blue does back the game. This is Angrade saying thank you for watching, and on to the next replay. And it's getting a little bit late for me, so that shall be the end of my stream. Everyone, thank you for watching. Have a good evening, and get some good rest.